honest conversation, providing relevant practical examples where appropriate. I want to welcome all our distinguished followers, those who are listening and those who are joining. You're most welcome. To moderate this session is none other than Robinson Isaac Ogwang. And to have the conversation bring meaning to practice, I have with me Dr. Charles Barugahare.
Good evening, viewers and listeners.
Dr. Charles is a founder of Finance Literacy Improvement Program. He's a finance and business consultant. Dr. Charles, how have you been?
Wonderful, wonderful. It has been a great day, midweek, a week full of life and events. So it has been great.
Tell me, for the last 7 days, what has been your best event?
Thank you so much. And in the last 7 days, I spent some time really to appreciate the manifestos of our candidates since we are in the campaigning season. I paid attention to the various candidates to see what is in it for the people, for the masses, for all of us in their manifestos. And I can tell you, the manifestos contain a lot of good promises. Like it is famously said, Uganda is well known for very good plans, but implementation is the challenge. So, the excitement is that they are good plans, but the Lord part of it is that until they are rolled out, I am not yet excited. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Charles. Planners always talk of planning is an intellectual process involving choice and decision making. So now let's have the decision to talk about cash flow.
Yes.
Dr. Charles, with your illustrious experience in financial management as accounting officer, regulatory compliance, funds management, give me a brief perspective. What was your view of cash management before joining the business school and cash management today after seeing it all?
Thank you so much. First of all, cash flow is about money coming in and moving out of our pockets or businesses. And I want to reflect a bit on that from my early age when I was in primary 6. When I was in primary 6, I had passed, ready to join P7, and I was told by my parents that we are not actually going to proceed to P7. You will repeat P7 because we cannot allow you to continue to join Senior 1 when your elder brother is joining Senior 5. And that message hit me hard. I went inside the house and cried. Several hours later, I came to my senses and said, there are many people who have not been able to make it to P6. Me, I have a chance to continue next year. This must be great. I moved out of the house and I told my parents, it's okay, I will continue and repeat P6. That's when I grew old. That's when I realized, hey, these people were managing cash flows. To simplify it further, when I was ready to join around end of February, P6 to repeat, my elder brother came with a jerrycan of paraffin and said, have this to sell and make sure you continue to P7. That changed the whole perspective. But that did not change much. What changed much is what happened thereafter. When I joined P7, I started to see and to get interested in the conversations with the parents when they are discussing with particularly those who were in boarding at the time they are going to school. And the conversations, I picked one thing that still lives with me. The message that I picked was, we have given you the little money we have. Use it well. But remember, never to leave your pockets empty. Because the things you need money for that are important and urgent will continue to emerge. I thought that was another important cash flow message that I picked. And over the years, as I tried to implement some of those guidance that I picked from my parents, I found it very challenging and hard, by the way, to implement them. Then, as I was struggling to implement them, I landed on a message by Tony Robbins, who said that always distinguish yourself from others. What many are failing to do, you dare do it. You will make a difference. And that's my childhood memory around cash flow at an early age in P6 and around P7. That has grown with me up to this point.
Thank you very much, Dr. Charles, for that perspective. And welcome to all our audience online, YouTube, and Zoom to the 18th edition of Finance Management Series. And today's topic is cash flow and emergency fund practices. With me here is Dr. Charles Barugahare, a founder of Finance Literacy Improvement Program, a finance and business consultant. In the audience, we have academicians, business owners, investors, regulators, accountants, auditors, students, entrepreneurs. You are all most welcome to today's edition. Dr. Charles, we want to learn from your experience of many decades. What is, in practice, the importance of cash flow?
Thank you so much, Dr. Gwang, our moderator. Cash flow, like I've said, is the movement of money in and out of our pockets or businesses. Why is that important? I want to borrow from Professor Gordon Wavamono's perspective, where he says that cash flow is what facilitates a business to run. The money coming in, the money going out is what facilitates a business to run. It's from there that you can nurture the money to use for operations, you can nurture the money to invest, and you can nurture the money to put towards emergencies and other precautionary purposes. So one key thing that cash flow helps is to provide you a mechanism for controlling your ins and outs of money. So that's one. The second critical importance of cash flow is picked from Morgan Housel, Morgan Housel says that cash flow is the real life indicator that you are in charge or in control of your money. It's when you are able to know that the money comes in can support day-to-day operations. The money that comes in can support your emergency requirements. The money that comes in can support your investment needs. That then you are able then to realize that, hey, this is what really measures my progress. Yes.
Yes. As they said, success is not random, it is planned. Is there element of planning?
Wonderful. Success cannot be random. Success is planned, shaped. Doctor, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
So, as you are saying, success is planned. Success cannot just come anyhow. It's out of the small decisions and actions we take every day on an ongoing basis, particularly now on cash flow, on aspects of how much comes in, where does it come from, how is it structured? Is it most of it, is it from operations? Is most of it from our investments? Is it from loans? You are receiving money, but where is it coming from? And the next aspect is, where is it going? Is your money having a purpose that you know it is going here? Say, the 50-30-20 rule, is 50% going towards your basic needs, 30% going towards your wants, and 20% going towards your investments and your emergency fund or your savings. So where are you directing your money to go? That's what determines success around the management of money.
Thank you so much, and welcome to our 18th edition of Finance Management Series. And in today's edition, cash flow and emergency fund practices. In the audience, we have entrepreneurs, we have business owners, regulators, accountants, students, and in this edition, we give relevant practical examples. We ask your questions. And to discuss this, we have two distinguished panelists. Dr. Charles Barugahare, a founder of Finance Literacy Improvement Program and a financial consultant. Dr. Charles has been discussing his experience with finance, cash flow, and fund practices. Another distinguished panelist, the one that needs no introduction, is also here, Dr. Maggie Kigozi. Doctor, you are welcome.
Thank you.
A medical doctor, a business consultant, and former executive director, Uganda Investment Authority. And a person who spends a lot of her time in boardrooms, working on strategies, policies, performance, and managing risk to ensure oversight. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you very much. Good evening, our listeners. I am happy to be here.
How have you been?
I have been well. I wasn't well towards the end of last year, but I'm getting better now.
And I saw you appointed chair Endowment Fund, Makerere University. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a reappointment. I've already done one term,
Yes.
4 years.
Yes.
I've now been reappointed for the next 4 years.
Yes.
And hoping to make a difference for our university.
Wonderful.
We all went there. We love our university. Our children will go there, our grandchildren will go there. So I am really happy to have the opportunity to contribute.
And I've clapped for all those who went through the main gate at the university. Dr. Maggie, this is a very interesting conversation. A passion like you inspire confidence in the business, sharing best practices, relevant examples where appropriate. I want to start with you.
Yes.
Cashflow, when you were a child growing up, what was it to you? And now when you have your rear mirror, how do you look at Cashflow today?
When I was a child, any money I got, I spent immediately. Immediately. Ice cream, soda, if I did get some money. Or if I'm going to school, it would usually be exactly, you need this much for transport by bus and this much for break. That would be it. So yes, when I was very young, that was all the money that I handled. So cash flow, not my problem. Maybe my mother's or father's problem. Yes. As I grew older, yes, it is critical. It is critical. Cash flow. We've already had the 50, 30, 20 rule that we've just heard from the previous speaker. And yes, so you can, if you have a salary, and remember not everyone has a salary. As you are on about 50, 30, others are not getting the 100, so how are they to divide it into 50, 30? But yeah, if you have a salary, you should try to plan to, yes, live and probably live well enough, but also save. You never know what is going to happen in the very near future. Yes, as I've told you, I've been sick. Totally unexpected. Yes. So if you haven't got any savings, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Yes.
Dr. Maggie, we have our students in the audience.
Yes.
And when I was coming, one of them texted me and said, you know, your time was much better. Everything was there for you. But today, we have to hustle in order to put food on the table.
Yes.
Is that right?
I don't know if everything was there for us. Definitely not for all of us. Actually, for very few of us. I mean, how many students at Makerere at that time?
Yes.
Now they graduated, I think we graduated 12,000 and something. Just last year.
Congratulations.
Just last year. So the numbers of students who have actually got opportunities are so much more than during our time. When I went to Makerere Medical School, there were only 11 girls. 11. Now, we are 50, we are 60. Yes. So there are some things where you might say maybe more people are poor simply because the numbers are more, but there are also more people who are rich, who have had the opportunity to be educated, who have got good jobs. The jobs are there, both in government, in business, and even in NGOs. Civil society organizations employ quite a lot of people. So I am not too sure they are worse off than we were. It wasn't easy to be one of the 10 girls to be joining medical school at that time. So all the other girls did not get in. But now more girls get in. More girls are in the other medical schools. You know, we have a number of them, Barara and others. Yes, so that was just looking at medical schools, but I think it is pretty similar for all the other subjects. We have more women in science, in STEM, in STEM subjects. We were never in sciences. There were very few of us in sciences. And it's different now.
Yes.
Accountants, very good ones.
Yes.
They're doing finance
Yes.
and they're managing it.
Yes.
So I think if you are looking at women, opportunities have opened up for us
Yes.
that were not there.
Yes.
I see from my private sector perspective, I see a lot of business women running their own big businesses.
Yes.
One that really excited me yesterday or the day before when Rubaga celebrated 100 years. Did you see the cake?
Yeah, it was.
Did you see the
It
cake?
was marvelous.
That is Brenda Sekabembe.
Oh.
And she runs a training institute. So she has the skills to do something so massive and so impressive, but she's also
Training others.
passing it on. So these are the girls and boys who are training under her will also have that opportunity. And looking at the private sector, when I see some of the biggest banks are run by women.
Yes.
And some of the businesses, big businesses, are owned by women. Yes. So as women, we cannot say we are in the same position we were in when I was young.
Yes.
I know my mother was very smart, but was she given an opportunity to try out for Makerere? No.
Right.
Her father had the money,
Yes.
but it was not an option.
Yes.
She went to do tailoring
Yes.
in one of the small schools around.
Yes.
And that's what she did.
Yes.
But now we are doctors. We are in the middle there. Now the young ones,
Yes.
they have new sectors. They're in the creative industry. They are in ICTs. They are, the sky is the limit for them. Yes, some have been left behind. Undoubtedly, some have been left behind. And that is our challenge, to pull them up also.
Wonderful. What a moment to have a conversation with Dr. Maggie Kigozi on cash flow and emergency fund practices. Before I come to Dr. Charles, Dr. Maggie, over the weekend, I visited my daughter and I told her today I'm meeting you, and she said, greet her for me. And,
Yes.
and she asked these questions, and that I should ask you, how did you make your first money? What did you use it for?
Okay.
And what motivated you to do medicine
Yes.
at the time when it was a preserve for men?
Yes, let me start with the last one. I had a father who wanted a doctor in the family.
Yes.
So yes, he had tried with my older brother. The second, he told him you should go and do medicine. My brother said, no way. I want to do agriculture. So he went to agriculture. So I was only in nursery school when he told me that I was going to be a doctor.
Yes.
My father was special. I loved my father. So fathers who are there, can you be there for your daughters? Can you even encourage them? Can you tell them they can be doctors?
Yes.
Because that's what my father did to me.
Yes.
He said, I want you to be a doctor.
Yes.
Do you know that I never questioned that? Luckily, I was able to do both sciences. First of all, he put me in good schools. That is very important. I went to Aga Khan, I went to Gayaza High School, and Kololo Secondary School, and I went to Makerere University. So I was in good schools. That was one thing that he did. You can't just come from any old school and hope to make medical school. So with that dream, my father's dream, I cannot call it mine. I went and did medicine, and luckily enough, I could do both sciences and I could do arts. So yeah, I made it. I made it with a number of my classmates from Gayaza.
Yes.
Actually, out of the 11 girls, 10 of us were from Gayaza.
Yes.
Gayaza High School. Yes. So it was a difficult time. It was really hard. Medicine is not easy. Don't let anybody tell you you're going there and it's going to be easy. It is not easy. So my first salary was when I was in S6. I used to be a tennis player, tennis champion, and so BAT knew me well. They used to sponsor tennis. Can you imagine BAT sponsoring tennis today? Would it be allowed? No.
I don't know.
Pot and cigarette? No. But in our time, it was fine. So we played tennis, and BAT was the sponsor. So they gave us jobs. So I got a job after my A-levels as a receptionist. Yes. That was my first money. And it was good money. It was good money.
How good?
It was good money. So, of course, I went and bought a new pair of shoes. Yes, a new outfit. You know, that was my first money. Nobody talked to us about saving. No, we didn't know the things you are hearing now from the two speakers here, Cashflow. No, my money was to be.
Your money.
Yes. So I had that job for 6 months. I already had a motorcycle. When actually the first money I got was at S5, Senior 5. Government gave us boom. Yeah, they gave us boom. What I did with my boom is to buy a motorcycle. Because I used to live in Gweyogere, I'd have to walk to the main road, then get the bus, and then walk from Lugogo to Kololo Secondary School. Both long walks, I'd be late actually for the first class.
Yes.
So I would, that first money they gave me, immediately the thought, and you may know my brothers. Certainly people out there know the Blicks.
Yes.
You know them.
Yes.
They ride
Yes.
motorcycles and cars and all kinds of racing things.
Yes.
So buying a motorcycle to get transport. And it was such a solution for me. Because I also wanted to go play tennis in Gogo. I also wanted to go to Makerere. I also wanted to go, and I was sorted. I could be where I wanted, when I wanted. And being a girl and walking from school at 5 o'clock, in your school uniform, mind you, to Lugogo, meant quite a number of cars are stopping to give you a lift. So if you're sorting out anything for your daughter, please sort out the transport. You're tired, you have books on your back, you're hot, and somebody with a Benz has just parked and is saying, would you like a lift? So yes, I managed to say no because, I didn't want any lifts from anyone. I was going to get my bus and go home. But then the fact that maybe later on, I was going to be in A-levels for 2 whole years and in Makerere for another 5, I would have gotten tempted. So please, taking your girls to school, sort out the transport. You are in uniform, yes. One would imagine men are not interested in you. Remember my color. My color meant Europeans were interested in me. In their Mercedes-Benzes they were parking. Indians were very interested in me. In my uniform, I was only, 16 or 17? And Africans were interested in me. So it's a very dangerous thing for you to be walking up and down. So that's one of the things that saved me, was having my own transport. Go to the school, come back home, go play tennis, whatever. But I'm doing it myself, for myself, and not depending on some men. But cash, no. Those early days, cash was to be spent. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 18th edition of Financial Management Series. Today's topic is cash flow and emergency fund practices. We have Dr. Maggie Kigozi, who has given us very interesting perspective. We know in the audience we have family members, parents, chief executive officers, board members, and students, this is not a motivational talk. This is where the tire meets the road. Local, relevant, practical examples where appropriate. Dr. Charles, from Dr. Maggie. We have board members. We have chief executive officers. We have chief finance officers. I've got a question on my phone asking that, ask Dr. Charles Barugahare, who was accounting officer at Makerere University, what is the most difficult decision you have made as far as cash flow was concerned?
Wonderful. It's good to see you, Dr. Maggie.
Thank you.
And looking young and vibrant as before.
Thank you.
What is the most important decision around cash flow that I've interfaced? When I was appointed accounting officer of Makerere University, Makerere University has had the highest volume of debts, with suppliers coming in and saying, this invoice must be paid, this invoice must be paid, this invoice must be paid. And the question was, how do you rationalize all those debts to make sure, one, there is a continuity of operations, because day-to-day has to also to run. Number two, to make sure that you can have a mechanism to pay those debts slowly as you engage with the government for more funds. But what would happen is that people would come with that energy and say, mine must be prioritized. And it required a lot of counseling, it required a lot of sensitization, it required a lot of negotiation skills to actually engage them to accept to wait. And that's when I realized that cash flow management requires many skills, including negotiation skills, including bargaining skills, including good communication,
Procurement.
and to be able to fit in their problem. Somebody supplied, it's now 1 year, it's 2 years, and has not been paid. And you are telling him, wait. Money is losing value, and you are telling him, wait. And to do that and somebody believes you is a tough job, is a tough responsibility. But we are able to do it as a management team and be able then to pay them as scheduled accordingly. So that was one of the toughest decisions I had to make to meet around cash flow.
Wonderful, ladies and gentlemen, cash flow and emergency fund management. Dr. Charles, given our economy today, public and private sector, how relevant is prior cash projection to both government and public and private sector?
Thank you so much. The arguments are around planning versus no planning. Somebody who moves without a plan walks like headless chicken. Somebody who moves with a plan, he may meet obstacles along the way, but it's slightly better than actually somebody who has no plan at all. So cash flow is like that. Cash flow projections helps you to visualize a bit of today, a bit of the midterm, a bit of the future. And that becomes important to give you purpose and direction in terms of how you utilize your finances along those three phases: the short, the medium, and the long term. And for that to come into clear perspective, I want us to look at the three broad categories that we need to pay attention to where cash actually comes from. Cash comes, number one, from operations. When you have salary, when you have allowance, that is money that comes in as an operation because you go and execute some work on duty. In business, that's profit. That is money coming in. That's the first part. The second is actually cash from investing. If you have put some money towards investing in bonds, investing in units, trusts, investing in real estate, the money that is generated from there, or the money you have put to there, is tracked under cash from investing activities. And thirdly, the other area to pay attention to is cash from financing activities. What are financing activities? You may need some extra money whereby you have to go to the bank and get a loan. You have to sell shares and get money. So you have to track those three sources of cash flow in order to manage your cash flow very well. So I would really advise somebody who wants to manage better his finances or her finances to pay attention to those three. Unfortunately, many of us fall in one. Operations, you find the money you have, like Dr. Maggie was talking about, is the money is there, receive, spend. So there is no room to create for money for saving and investing, and there is no room to even think about money that is not used directly for consumption from loans, but money from loans for investing. For me, that's the perspective I would look at. Thank you so much.
I received a question from one of our followers. And he said, you asked Dr. Charles, this cash flow is possible with salary earners. What about someone in the coffee sector?
Yeah, thank you so much. I think what I've described is not only for a salary earner, it's somebody it's for everybody. Because everybody in one or another must have operations. What brings in some money into your pockets is the cash that is from operations. What are you doing to generate money? And now if you are talking about a coffee farmer, you are talking about cash flow from selling coffee. Yeah. So that comes seasonally, meaning that you have to plan your seasons. So when a boom comes, you must put aside some money. One, because the next season may be a bad season, and therefore it may be a dry period, and therefore use the money that you saved from the previous one. Even the Bible talks about it, periods of bumper and periods of drought. So we must prepare for that. Then the second is part of the money that you put aside must be invested. Not saving it only, because when you save it and it is not generating return, it loses value. The expert on endowment funds will tell you that the money not invested will actually lose value over time. And thirdly, you must look at, should there be need for additional financing? Do you have mechanism to attract loans that are well calculated and computed to facilitate you go through the season, but when your coffee gets ready, you are able then to pay them back? So those three perspectives need to be appreciated by the coffee farmer to make a difference.
Wonderful. Our distinguished followers on YouTube and Zoom, welcome to the 18th edition of Finance Management Series. And today's edition, we bring to you cash flow and emergency fund practices. And with me is Dr. Maggie Kigozi, former Executive Director, Uganda Investment Authority. Dr. Maggie, yes. I want to ask you, I know when you were the boss of Uganda Investment Authority, you travel all over the world to attract investors. You invited them to come and invest in Uganda. And a number of them listened to you, they followed you, they invested in Uganda. How were your conversation around cash flow? Come to Uganda, not Kenya. And this is where you can make it.
Yes, we had to, and sometimes we were on the same panel. You know, there would be me, there would be Kenya, there would be Tanzania. So how am I saying, actually, Uganda is the best to the investors sitting in the room? Yes, so how did I do that? Well, there are the obvious things where Uganda is the best. We have the best climate. We are green. We have rain. Not only rain, we have Lake Victoria, we have all those streams and rivers. Then we have a people who have always been agriculturists. So if that is your sector, you are going to find people who know how to grow things. And then the various opportunities that we have. A very educated population. A number of, by that time, the financial sector was beginning to be strong. Had a number of local banks, a number of international banks here, so that they didn't have to worry about that side of their business, where they're going to keep their money. That could be a problem many, many years ago when maybe there was only one or two banks. But now there were a number of banks. So with all that, promoted the opportunities that we know exist in tourism, in ICT, a little later on when ICT became the topic. But before that, we had mining. We have huge deposits. Yes, so that is how we encourage them, the investment climate. You know, Uganda welcomes investors, first of all. They don't care where you come from. Yeah, because we don't. If you're coming, set up a factory, we welcome you, whether you are from India or wherever, America, wherever. And we treat you the same as Ugandans. You would not, the attractive incentives. So those are the things we would offer. We would offer so that when they came here, there were markets all around. There was the East African community. You can sell in Kenya, you can sell in Tanzania, and the other surrounding countries. Those were our opportunities. Now your cash flow, because our topic today is cash flow. You are coming in with your money, and Uganda welcomes that. And there will be nothing to stop you bringing your money in. Neither will we stop you taking your money out. That is very important, because if an investor cannot do that, if you're going to say now when it comes to time for him to take his profits home, you are going to say, no, that's our money, keep it here. Then you have a problem. Yes. But we were able to say, and that was government policy, that no, it's fine. You want to take your money out anytime. Just go to your bank and do the necessary. So they were happy about that. And also they could save in the various banks and therefore ensure that they had cash flow to run their companies. They could also borrow. We have no objection to foreigners, investors, borrowing, both local investors and foreign investors. A lot of the local investors were not borrowing from banks at that time. This is something maybe your programs here have helped to sensitize people, but we were not borrowing as Ugandans. But the foreigners knew you go to a bank, you get your money, and you use it, and you pay back. Yeah, so for them it was very clear. And later on it became clear to us as well that, as a business, you may not be able to sustain your business with your own savings and income. You do need cash flow, you do need to borrow. So we started borrowing. Government kept on being open to listening to investors. I used to be a member of the Uganda Manufacturers Association. That was the first strong association in Uganda. Then we had PSFU as recognizing that in Uganda they're not only manufacturers, there are others. There are tourism, there is agriculture, there is... So PSFU then, Mr. Mulwana moved from UMA to PSFU and set it up so that all these various investors could discuss issues, could complain where they were not, maybe some things were not going right. So that was a critical time and a time of growth. We attracted a lot of investors at this time from very many countries. And they are able to make money. They are able to grow their businesses. They are able to diversify, to expand, to buy bonds, like we were advised here, and be able to save with the various possibilities. I think for me, I find a fixed deposit quite an easy thing to do, and you get some income at the end of the year or 2 years or whatever year, however long you have deposited. Yes, so that was what happened during my time at the Uganda Investment Authority, and we made a lot of progress. We attracted a lot of investors. Yes, created a lot of jobs for Ugandans, and began to export more seriously. And the bank has responded by also beginning to make it available, make the bonds available. The Bank of Uganda, the Ministry of Finance, how do we benefit from this money that our people want to save? How do we benefit? So they benefit, they use our money when we buy these bonds. And then they pay back with interest. So we at least your money is growing always. Yes, so that's what the history that I can tell you that we went through, and getting the Ugandans to recognize that they didn't have to do it alone was a little bit difficult. We didn't have joint ventures. I think we still have very few. We are one of my company, Crown Beverages Limited. We are 3 of us. I don't see any other one that has partners. And yet the benefit of having partnerships is the different skills, different ideas, pull them together and you succeed. But as Ugandans, we prefer to do our own thing. Secondly, retirement has never been prepared for. Retirement is not prepared for. Then death. Death. It's terrible that my investors are dying, and then the company is there's war. There's war between family members, because you have it clearly. Succession planning is not there. So yes, those are some of the things that are very important that we as Ugandans need to begin to do. Otherwise, there's no point me saving cash flow so that all my people are fighting for it, and it doesn't help anyone. It ends up not helping anyone. Thank you.
My producers are telling me time is not on our side. And when you have Dr. Maggie and Dr. Charles, the clock runs really. Just in 1 second, fund management. I want to start with Dr. Charles.
1 second.
Yes.
So
1 minute.
Okay.
At least a minute.
At least a minute.
Fund management. It's a broad term, but we are basically looking
emergency situation.
You are basically looking at taking control of your money that should be able to serve you both in the short to do day-to-day operations, both in the medium to be able to support you, say for school fees that is projected in 3 or 4 years, but also in the long term, like retirement. So for me, anyone who pays attention and close attention to that bit of detail is headed into the right direction. Starting may be challenging and hard because you are putting small to build something. But if you don't start, 3 years down the road, you will be at the same point you were at before. But if you start, you will have moved a step. And therefore, things start to find you along the way. Things start becoming clearer along the way than just waiting to say, I don't have enough money now, so I have nothing to manage. But start with the little you have, manage it well, and then things will start to improve along the way. Thank you.
Dr. Maggie, emergency fund management. I know you have dealt a lot with it, but in 1 minute.
Yes. Yes, you have to prepare for emergencies. We don't like to, we don't imagine we shall have any emergencies, but it is critical that some bit of your money is saved in an investment that actually grows. And this is what you're going to depend on when you have an emergency. You'll be able to pull on that. And if you don't have an emergency, you are lucky. You will be able, you can even start a business. You can invest in something using that money, or leave it for your children. Yes. So it is important that, yes, we save. We save. It's very difficult, isn't it? I think we have to agree, even as we are telling everybody, please save. We also recognize how difficult it is. Yeah. You guys like to look good. You like to have a new car. You spend your money. And I think we need, as the elders, we need to warn you, you really do not need a new car. You really can live without that huge wedding for your children. Do not waste money. Leave it in the fund or whatever method you chose to save your money and also grow it. Leave it there. Let us not overspend. And that's actually what we do now. Do we really need those weddings? I'd like to hear the answer from you.
I waited a long time ago. Of course not.
And it was a simple one, because in our
one.
generation they were small, but now.
We are left with only 2 minutes to the hour, and I want to share the 2 minutes with the panelists. Dr. Charles, your parting shot.
Thank you so much, Doctor. It's always amazing to be here sharing and having conversations on finances and retirement preparedness. And when you have participants that have been regular with us for 18 months now, and you have panelists that voluntarily come and be with us, and you have the technical teams, we feel honored. We feel honored to you, the audience, and the participants. My parting shot focuses on a few things that I would think each of us can slowly pay attention to. Number one is that it is hard to put some money aside, but try. When you see an elder telling you that the many years of her life, she's still telling us that, it means it is critically important. Number two is that the things that are important and urgent will continue to arise and to emerge on an ongoing basis. But if you have finished all the little money you have, then the more important ones come. Then we end up into consumption borrowing. We end up into inconveniencing relatives and friends, which becomes a problem. Yet you had money the previous day, and you used it on things you cannot now get money out. Finally, is that we need to continuously learn. Ongoing learning around money makes us different, makes us better, makes us avoid some things like the quick get-rich schemes that are scattered around us, where you are told, if you put 100,000 here, you will get 200. You ask yourself, really? How? The experts in investments will tell us that it is not possible. And therefore, if we become cautious and regularly learn, we can make a difference in our lives. I thank you so much.
Thank you. Dr. Maggie?
Yes, mine is to thank the viewers for taking this opportunity that has been given to you by the team and this group to learn. There's never an end to learning. You will always find something that will benefit you. So keep on learning. And thank you very much for joining us today. I wanted to talk about the black tax. I know they call it black tax. That sounds so bad. But basically, they are saying family. Family. You know, we have huge families. Once you have appeared to be able to earn, a lot of dependents are depending on you. I love my family totally, and I would do anything. But you have to choose. There are some things you can help with. I will not help you to buy a car. I'm sorry. I will take you to school. I will take you to school because that's your future. I will take you, my brother's child, all the children to school, if I can. If I can. But we do stress ourselves such that you have no savings. So that is a tax that one has to be watchful. Is it really, or are they just handing over to you because you are there? And other people, the parents themselves, could do it. You see? So that is one that we need to worry about. The black tax, so many dependents, so many needs of a very extended African family. Yes. So be careful, be careful. That's just my advice.
Wonderful conversation with Dr. Maggie Kigozi and Dr. Charles Barugahare on cash flow and emergency fund practices. Brings this session to an end, and I want to thank all of you, our distinguished listeners, followers, and all your questions. We have learned, we have been inspired, and we have also been guided. It is beyond motivational conversation. We share real, practical, relevant, specific examples. I will not buy you a car. I will take you to school.
Yes.
Keep it simple. God bless. See you in the next edition, the last Wednesday of November 2025. I hope we shall have Dr. Maggie Kigozi again and Dr. Charles Barugahare. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.